Welcome back to Ask Allison. Here's today's question. In today's market, are therapists having to do more and offer more services to get clients? Love the question. Before we delve in, I would like to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes. I've talked about them for years. You know their features by heart by now, too. But here's what really sets them apart. First, they genuinely care about your experience. It's not just about troubleshooting. They actively implement what their users suggest, like therapy search, secure messaging, clinical outcome tracking, all sorts of things. Everybody at TherapyNotes believes in the product and they really want you to love it too. Plus, they're independently owned, which means no venture capital and no pressure to prioritize their investors over their customers. This independence allows them to keep their prices fair, to focus on innovation, and to prioritize customer experience. With over 100,000 therapists already on board, they've proven that you don't have to compromise success for quality. If you're ready to see for yourself, try Therapy Notes free for 2 months with the code ABUNDANT at therapynotes.com. So you do not have to do more or offer more to get clients. You're really glad I said that. In fact, you shouldn't offer more to get more clients. Having to market multiple services really waters down what you do. It takes away more energy and it can really confuse people. And a confused mind says no. That's one of my very favorite marketing maxims. I suppose I should say that you may have to do more if you weren't doing anything to market before. You absolutely have to market your practice in 2025, whether you're private pay or you take insurance. Clients have literally thousands more options for therapists now than they did back in 2019 before telehealth was so popular and before big therapy tech wooed so many therapists onto their payroll. If you're already marketing, if you were already marketing before, you don't need to do more marketing. You just need to do it better. You could really honestly half-ass your marketing in like 2020 to 2023 and still get full. But referrals started slowing down in 2024 and they really slowed down for people this year. You don't need to spend more time per se, but you do need to be more intentional and more consistent. You have to be really clear on your ideal client. You have to take the time to think about things from their perspective before they call you and use their language, not your conceptualized psychobabble. So here's what you need to fill your practice. You need a niche that describes the problem as the client would describe it in an initial phone call or an initial session. And then you need no more than 5 marketing strategies that are focused exclusively on this niche. It's the same thing I've been saying for years. Of those 5 strategies, one needs to be a very clear niched website. You only talk about your niche on your website. You will get non-niche clients, I promise. I've never had more than 75% of my caseload be niche clients, and it usually hovers around 60%. Another of those 5 strategies needs to be weekly networking. You can do it more than weekly if you're extroverted or you need to build quicker. I always did more than that. But one time a week seems to be like the minimal effective dose in 2025. Then you need to have 3 more marketing strategies that you can play with. If you love tech, that could be SEO. If you love public speaking, that could be giving talks. If you have a Psychology Today profile, optimize it for your niche, and you've got online listings handled. There are several very popular marketing strategies to choose from, so you can figure out what works best with your personality, your strengths, your potential clients. This is really important because if you hate doing something like blogging, for instance, you're unlikely to be as consistent as you need to be for it to actually count as marketing. You have to choose strategies you don't hate or actually enjoy to get results in what I've seen in my students over the last 10 years and my experience as a therapist in private practice over the last 20 years. You can white knuckle it if you want to, but there are enough marketing options that you shouldn't have to. So if in all 5 marketing strategies you communicate that you really get your specific ideal client, then you're going to get calls. It may take more time than it would have a few years ago, but you're going to get full if you keep using marketing best practices. Because people are getting like slower results right now, I'm seeing people peter out on their consistency. Um, I know that it's really hard to keep going with marketing when you aren't getting all the calls that you want as fast as you want. But I really need you to dig deep and use some of that grit that I'm sure you earned the hard way to keep going in your practice. On tough days, ask yourself which problem you want to have. Um, you want to put in the effort for the marketing activity that isn't the most fun thing to do? Is that the problem you want to have? Or do you want to have to continue to worry about not having clients months from now? Consistent action leads to consistent, though delayed, results. And as long as you're doing the marketing strategies correctly, you're going to get clients. I hope that helps clarify. It's not more work, it's not more offers, it's just more focus. If you need help choosing those marketing strategies and learning how to do them right, the Abundance Party teaches you for way less than you would get paid for one session. If you're on social, DM Party for the link. And if you're listening to the podcast, you can check the show notes. Today's free worksheet is Common Marketing Strategies for Therapists. You can DM me the word sheets for this, and you also have access to all the other free worksheets. All right, I hope you have a great day.